Hey guys, Jay here, welcome to EonsOfBattle, and today I'd like to show you every model I've ever painted. So while I set up, let me tell you a little bit about my history with 40k. Growing up, I liked crafts, and I liked model airplanes and building Star Wars model kits. Around 2012, the year we thought the world was going to end, I was introduced to Warhammer 40k by my cousin, who showed me the 6th edition rulebook and his small collection of orcs. I loved flipping through the rulebook and admiring the models on Games Workshop's website, but I didn't get to take the plunge until my neighbor brought up a fledgling interest in 40k. I immediately jumped in and we went to the Games Workshop store that weekend, where I picked up my first box of models, some Necron Deathmarks. Those models have since been lost to time, but my Necron collection began to grow rapidly. Since then, my collection has swelled to almost 600 models, and I have models from the Necrons, Space Marines, Orcs, Genestealer Cult, and Deathwatch. I also have some random models I picked up from other miniature sellers out there like Wargames Exclusive and Reaper Bones. And here it is, the entire collection. In front of me is about 585 models, finished, painted, and based to the best of my ability. It's been a labor of love, and if I break it down into models per year, it comes out to about 93 models a year, or just under 2 models a week. Now, these are just models I own currently. I have painted a fair few models for commission, friends, and family. Like these Chaos models I painted for my friend, this Eldar army I painted for my cousin, and this D&D 3D printed model I painted for commission. These are some of my favorite models that are no longer with me. Getting more in-depth with this collection, I should start with my first love, the Necrons. I have a little less than 3,000 points of Necrons, and they were not always white. Early on, I was very indecisive when choosing colors, and I began with a more typical metal and green scheme, and I painted most of them that way before landing on my white paint scheme. The standouts of this force are my 65 Necron Warriors, my Wraiths bursting out of the earth, and my 2 Forge World Tombstalkers, which recently and silently left Forge World, so I feel really lucky to have these guys. My smallest army, mostly because the majority of it is sitting unpainted in a drawer, my Mad Max themed orcs. Right now, it's just 7 bikes, some boys, and a knob with Wog Banner, which is an awesome model. Another reason it's so small is I go all out when I paint these guys, switching up my orc skin recipe for each boy to make them more unique. My next 2 armies are kind of a group deal because it began with the game Deathwatch Overkill. Genestealer Cult and Deathwatch were a match made in heaven, and I cannot remember the last time so much awesomeness was dropped on the 40k community all at once. I have about 2,000 points of Genestealer Cult, with the lovely Goliath Rockgrinder and the very evil Patriarch models being my favorite. And this army also gave me an excuse to pick up some Sentinels, which are just delightful models. As much as I love the Genestealer Cult, I could not ignore the Deathwatch side of the Overkill box, and soon enough I was building a little force of Deathwatch veteran Marines. I love that these guys are pretty much completely customizable, and I have been given every one I can a Stormbolter. I also think that the Corvus Blackstar is one of the best flyers Games Workshop has ever made. All in all, I have about 1,000 points of Deathwatch. Saving the best for last, my enormous Space Marine collection. Coming in at just over 6,500 points of Black Templar, this force is my pride and joy. The Black Templar are the Blades of Sigismund, the last true legion, angrier than the Angry Marines and more deadly than the Blood Angels. I collect Black Templar because they are simply the best chapter. My force is a crusade that is infantry heavy, with 30 tactical marines, 20 intercessors, 20 scouts, and more than 300 Black Templar shoulder decals applied. When I get the rare chance to actually play, it's the Space Marines that see the tabletop. My favorite models in this collection are my Terminators, in which I have 10, and my Bannermen. Company Ancients, the Legacy Marine I painted many years ago, and the Primaris Ancient I painted this year. Now, for the last test models, these are things that have caught my eye, like the Scouts from the Games Workshop Lost Patrol box, and a group of Space Marines that make up my kill team, which I have painted in Packers colors. Along with these are some figures I have acquired over the years, like this suit of X-01 power armor from the Fallout Miniatures game, and this Reaper miniature Plague Doctor, who is getting more and more relevant as the days go by. It was really something to see that much hobby work all laid out in front of me. I'd also like to make it clear that that was not normal. I have a huge sprawling army because that's what I like. As much as I enjoy playing the game, what I really like is the collecting. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.